What's up, YouTube? Jeff, your Style O.G. And on today's video, I'm going to share with you my 10 best tips to help you get rid of that body odor. If you're new to the channel, we release a new video every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern, discussing various men's lifestyle topics such as style, grooming, and dating. I invite you to subscribe, tap the notification bell, and join us. And to my returning friends like Adonis Harold, salute. Now, it probably goes without saying, having bad body odor can be a frustrating, embarrassing, anxiety-inducing condition. And if we're going to be honest with one another, we all probably experienced it in one form or another throughout our lives. But the good thing about it, there are things you can do to prevent or eliminate it, or at least improve the condition. And that's what I want to talk to you about on today's video. On today's video, I've got 10 great tips that if you incorporate one, several, or all of them, I guarantee you'll see an improvement and a reduction of your body odor. So without any further delay, let's hop right into it. First up on our list of the 10 best tips to get rid of that body odor might be an obvious one, but I'm going to explain why it works. You may need to bathe more frequently. It just might be a case of your skin not being clean enough. Now, most body odor occurs when the sweat on the surface of your skin meets bacteria. Sweat itself is odorless, but a lot of sweat is a breeding ground for bacteria. When bacteria meets sweat on your skin, bacteria breaks down, emitting body odor. That's why it stands to reason if you clean off excess sweat, less bacteria, less body odor. And for my guys who suffer from body odor, you may have to take a couple showers a day as opposed to just a daily one. And for the guys who fall into the category, and I must include myself, who on a lazy weekend may skip that Saturday shower, you don't have that privilege. Your first line of defense in fighting body odor, bathe more frequently. Now, not only will washing yourself more often cut down on body odor, there's another tip that goes right along with it. If you're someone who suffers from body odor, wash your clothes more frequently. A lot of times, people that suffer from body odor, odors are getting trapped in your clothing. So not only is your body emitting odor, your clothes could be too. Now, of course, not every piece of clothing needs to be washed after every wear. But if you suffer from body odor, you might need to wash your clothes more frequently than the average guy. And that definitely pertains to the clothing that sits right on your skin, such as your undergarments. Those have to be washed after every wear. And as a bonus tip, please check on your gym clothes. Those need to be washed much more frequently. Now, of course, one of the #1 fighters against odor and sweat is your antiperspirant / deodorant. But there's a time to apply it that will make it more effective, cutting down on odor and sweat. Try applying your antiperspirant at night. The reason why this is effective is that our body interacts with the chemicals in your deodorant differently at night. Because your body sweats less at night, your sweat glands are less active. When you apply your antiperspirant / deodorant at night, it's much easier to block those sweat ducts, reducing your sweat. That's why a lot of times when you see clinical strength deodorants, they definitely recommend application at night. An easy trick to reduce your sweating and odor, apply your deodorant at night. Now, believe it or not, another tip that can reduce your body odor, avoid certain foods that cause body odor. There may be some foods you're consuming that are emitting foul odors through your skin. First up, reduce that alcohol. Metabolized alcohol can be secreted through your sweat. Also, be on the lookout for cruciferous veggies like broccoli and Brussels sprouts. These contain sulfur. We know sulfur smells pretty bad. Eating these vegetables causes the sulfur to be emitted through your skin. Another food to look out for, red meats. The fatty acids in red meat can cause body odor. And try to avoid garlic, onions, and other spicy foods. These foods contain sulfur, of course, again, a problem when it comes to body odor. And you may have heard the term asparagus pee. Yes, not only does asparagus cause your pee to smell bad, it can cause body odor. Now, our first tip at the beginning of the video on how to reduce body odor is to bathe more frequently. But there's a bonus tip that goes along with it. Make sure when you get out of the shower, you dry off thoroughly. Here's why. If you don't dry off well and you leave water on your skin surface, it can become, yes, a breeding ground for bacteria. Just like an accumulation of sweat can cause this problem, so can accumulation of water left on your skin. So not only do you need to bathe more frequently, take a little bit extra time to make sure you dry off completely. Now, earlier in the video, we talked about how washing your clothes more frequently can help with body odor. But there's a tip that also can help when it comes to the selection of the type of clothing you wear. If you're someone who suffers from body odor, try to wear clothes made out of natural fabrics. Here's why. It's been found that natural fabrics like bamboo or cotton do a better job of not creating odor as opposed to synthetic clothing fabrics. Natural fabrics can do a better job of absorbing sweat completely. It's been shown that synthetic fabrics such as polyester can trap bacteria and sweat in between the fibers, of course causing more odor with this clothing. So if you're someone who suffers from body odor, you might want to wear more natural fabrics as opposed to synthetic ones. Now, next up is a tip I've been recommending on this channel for a couple of years, and it can help you with your body odor and save your precious clothing. Make sure you start wearing undershirts. Now, notice I said undershirts, not t-shirts. There's a difference. Undershirts are meant to be worn under your clothing. They do a great job of absorbing and blocking sweat, preventing it from getting on your outside layer of clothing. So instead of the sweat being on the clothes you wear every day, it's trapped by the undershirt, a great barrier. So of course, your outside clothing will be less likely to smell. Now notice I said undershirts and not t-shirts. If you want to know the difference between an undershirt and a t-shirt and learn a little bit more why wearing undershirts are important, I did a video on that whole topic. I'll leave a link in the description for your viewing pleasure. But a great way to save your clothing and reduce body odor, start wearing undershirts. Now our next tip not only is good for body odor, but it's great for your overall health. If you're someone who's overweight, that might be a cause of body odor. Exercising and losing weight can help you reduce body odor because of this reason. When you have excess body weight and fat, sweat and bacteria can get trapped in the body folds of overweight guys. Naturally, this is going to cause more body odor. Lose weight, you reduce these skin flaps, less likely for the sweat and bacteria to get trapped. Of course, naturally, bigger guys sweat more anyway. Excess sweat, excess body odor. So if you needed another reason to lose those 10 or 15 pounds, getting in the gym might help you reduce body odor. Next up, I have a grooming tip that can help with your body odor. If you're suffering from that body smell, try shaving your underarm hair and just trimming your body hair in general. Here's why. The hair on your body can trap sweat and odor, and that's especially true with your underarm pit hair. The longer that hair is, the more sweat and bacteria that's getting trapped. That's why every month or so, I make sure to shave, or better yet, trim my underarm hair. Shaving it would be most effective, but I prefer trimming it down. The lower you get it, the more effective it will be, of course, but I know some guys like myself don't like to be completely hairless under the arms. Trimming will work just as well, almost as good as shaving that underarm hair. Now, throughout the video, we've been talking about the importance of reducing the bacteria on your skin surface to reduce body odor. So it only stands to reason that using an antibacterial soap can help you out. Antibacterial soaps are designed and have been proved to reduce the bacteria on your skin. Of course, removing this odor-causing bacteria will naturally reduce the amount of body odor. And if you decide to use this antibacterial soap, pay attention to the areas of your body that tend to sweat the most. Those skin folds, under your arms. One of my favorite tips when it comes to reducing body odor and a great cheat code, start using antibacterial soap. Now, of course, no one wants to suffer from body odor. It can be very frustrating and embarrassing. But I believe if you use several of the tips we talked about in today's video, it can definitely help you out in reducing that embarrassing problem. Now, of course, as always, I'd love to have your input. If you have a suggestion or a remedy you tried in the past that's helped you with body odor, let the Style O.G family know in the comment section.